Today's episode of The Center Beacon brought to you by 1000skulls.com. Need a clan? Tired of the typical BS? Want to get in on the ground floor of something new and maybe even different? 1000skulls.com. Check it out. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another self-promoting episode of The Center Beacon. That's right, I just promoted my own clan that I recently created, but you got to get the word out somehow. So anyways, test server this weekend. Last weekend was a bust. This weekend I'm really excited because we're actually getting some cosmetic changes. We've had a lot of gameplay improvements and, the nuts and bolts of the game. This week I'm pretty excited because we're going to deal with the new robot Paintworks or Paint Shop. So what I'm going to do here is select several griffins. They have basically, there's not a whole lot going on in this test server. Squad chat improvements, they didn't give specifics, but the main focus, at least what my main focus is going to be, is this new Paintworks. So I'm going to go through here quickly, and I'm going to buy 5 griffins, or however many it is here, and take you guys through all of the new paint jobs. And I have quite a bit to say about this. The implementation, what I like, and things that I want to see, because I feel like they have opened a door here where we could get some really cool, creative aesthetic elements in the game. Like I said, we've been focused on nuts and bolts, gameplay, targeting, which still honestly really isn't that good, even with the improvements. I think there's more coming on that, though. That'll be a future video. But I think it's neat that we're going to do something kind of fun. We've had the robot remodels. They did the Golem, they did the Destroyer. Honestly, I don't know why they wasted their time with that crap. I was not a fan of that whatsoever. I think the old models actually look better, especially on the Golem. The Fury was okay, but it looks like the original, which is good because the original design is very nice. And I hope they don't touch any more models, especially the Griffin. I'm glad they started with this. I think the design of this robot is awesome. I think it's really cool how it looks like, they took a Russian bomber and chopped it in half, and the technology caught up, with kind of the materials available at the time, and they kind of made these robots. So you can see here, different paint schemes. Your 3D view is now your Paintworks button. And you can just kind of scroll down this little column on the right-hand side, and you can get a preview of all the different paints available. The 1,000 gold is probably just a test server. They just throw in whatever. I would imagine, or I would hope or request, that the different paint schemes cost different sort of resource pools depending on how good they are. Standard ones for silver, maybe even better ones for workshop points, and then maybe awesome ones for gold. Hopefully, too, on the right-hand side here, you can see the little preview panel. It all looks the same. I'm sure that, once this thing goes live, those will probably be actual previews of the paint job that you're looking at. But then again, it doesn't really matter because as soon as you click on it, it pops up on the robot. But whatever they want to do there. One of the things I want to call your attention to is, you've got some, it looks like grades. Some say standard, some actually are called what it is. You can see standard above, blue hex, and shark. So maybe, maybe we're kind of onto something there, and they are going to have different, sort of premium skins available. But I think I'm really excited about this feature. I think almost whatever they do is going to be really cool. Because, you can see here, that's pretty awesome. I love the shark face painted. It's nose art reminiscent of World War II era fighter craft and whatnot. Several different options. I think there's about 6 or so. Maybe even a couple more. Maybe it's 6, 7, or 8. I can't remember. But I like the camo one. This one is very traditional. If you've ever seen aircraft, a lot of times on the underneath side they'll be painted a sky blue. So when you look up from the ground, they're harder to spot. I really dug this camo pattern. I think that's a neat one. This whole thing I am really looking forward to. It's just we've been staring at the same skins, and the Griffin's kind of flesh tone, and everything looks so similar that I think it's about time that we get, a little variety in this thing. I really dig this one with the big like robot skull on top. I thought that was kind of cool. I can shamelessly plug my 1000 Skulls clan, and now I've got, literally skin in the game that, that kind of shows it. They feature skulls on a couple of the skins. I think there's one on the back of this one too. This purple clown suit thing I'm not so crazy about. I'm not really sure, maybe that's like if you're going to a rave and you're Griffin or something. I wasn't real crazy about that one. It's super loud, but some people like that stuff. You see those kinds of crazy skins and camos in, the Call of Duty games and all that kind of stuff. So what we're doing is we're just we're choosing skins for the various Griffins that I'll run for these couple little test server battles that I did. I'm not sure. I ran a lot of like ballistic weapons. I'm not sure if the improved ballistics are in play. I kind of felt like they were. But they didn't specifically say that they were. So whether that 2.6 times damage multiplier, ramped up firing rate, I'm not really sure if that's in play or not. But I thought I'd just kit him out with something different. So going to set up, again, shamelessly plugging my clan here, going to set up the 1000 Skulls test server clan. Plug in my logo there. Has plenty of letters that you can't read, which automatically means that it's elite and awesome, because that's how we do it on the internets. Going to put in the clan tag here. These clan tags are kind of wonky, sometimes not always what you see is what you get. Like, it looks really good right there, but like in game, the little 1 is like higher than everything else. I'm not sure why that changes, but anyway, so elite symbols and various characters there, signifying that indeed my clan will be obviously number 1 here probably in a few days, just based on the awesome characters that I chose. So here we go. We're dropping in on Canyon. Plasma Griffin. I've been running this on live a lot. I had never run one of these. I'm really liking it. I don't know why it's so much different than the Rhino. I mean, obviously I know why. It's the mobility differences. The Griffin, not slow anymore like he used to be, and the jump is awesome. And I just feel like he's slightly more agile, even in just basic maneuvering. And I've been doing a lot of damage lately on live with the Plasma Griffin. So if you've not tried it, I mean, I don't know, maybe who hasn't. I was probably like the last dude to not, hey, let's put Terrans and Magnums on a Griffin. Like, duh. I'm playing catch up to everybody else. But if you've not tried it, swap your stuff around, because it's really neat. And I find myself going like several games now where the Plasma Griffin lasts me like, damn near all game. Okay, there's my wife texting me. She doesn't want to go to jail. I'm not really sure why that's in there. But don't worry. I think I would have heard about it if she actually had been arrested and gone to jail. So anyways, I like to close the gap on these soft little range guys if I can and light them up. Now you can see, which I didn't realize at the time, I did not choose target lock, and it royally screwed me. So here I am looking at like the slider menu going, what the heck? Like, my aiming was all over the place. It's basically what's going on there. If you don't choose target lock, you get like a hypersensitive aiming speed that was the original implementation on the test server for the like improved targeting enhancement, what have yous. And I raised holy hell over it because the damn thing was so squirrely, so fast that I couldn't hit anything. So this entire game, I will go without it. You can see here I'm putting the Quad Malat Hatred down on this Lancelot, who is bound and determined to run me down. As I've cited in previous videos, you can see I'm kind of getting some effects on the target. I'm actually getting under his shield, and part of it may have cracked. You got to remember the Lance shield. It's a 3-part shield. They all have the same amount of hit points maxed out. It's 120k per shield, so 120 times 3. Don't ask me to do the math. I was an English major, but what I seem to have noticed is that sometimes one portion of that shield seems to take more damage than the other, and like a third of the thing will crack off, and then you can get effects on the target. So I've had my top guns kind of blown off here. At this point in the game, I'm kind of stewing because I'm really mad because I remembered to turn the music off, which I normally forget, but I forgot to turn target lock on, which I normally remember. So I don't like it without target lock. Even if you don't use it, it seems to allow you to more precisely control the sensitivity of the aiming, which is what I'm after. You noticed earlier I had to dial it down. Now you'll notice off to the right there's kind of like there's like dead bots just standing there, almost like mannequins. I saw those early on. I'm not really sure what that is about. Obviously, some sort of like artifact left over from whatever code they pushed to the test server. Kind of strange. Getting annihilated here. Not much of a chance to show you the really cool shark skin for the Griffin because I lasted about 30 seconds there, and it's a really neat one though. But this is one of those games where you can see it's like 5-on-3. It's a test server game. Most guys are running like triple Zeus Fury and like triple Trident Fury and triple everything Fury because they want to see how good it is. They don't have it on live, what have you. So you end up just eating facefuls of this stuff right out of your own spawn. I ran a death button Griffin here just because I didn't want to run all ranged ballistic stuff. Fighting out of your own spawn, kind of difficult here. Oh, look, it's 6-on-3, because that's what they needed was another guy. But you can see this camo here. I just kind of wanted to give you guys an idea of like how they're going to show up in game, how they look dynamically. I thought they were pretty cool. I think it's, what I'm hoping and what they need to do is there needs to be obviously more than just like 6. And I'm sure it'll be one of those things, they get the system implemented and then we'll have updates. We'll have, skin packs and all kinds of junk as like the months wear on. But I hope they launch this thing with enough so that it's not just everyone running like, the skull skin or the shark skin or what have you. Going to switch over here. That's another look at the shark view, or I should say the shark skin, another view of it. Switch over to Dead City and, see if I can actually win a game and demonstrate all of the various things that we've got going on test server here. I thought the skins, like, it may be a little bit more difficult to tell, and I will show them to you again towards the end of the video. But they're pretty detailed. There's a lot of detail to the designs, a lot of variety. So it looks like they put some good work into this. And this is certainly something, that I hope they implement a system where, like I said, some will cost silver, some could be gold, some could be workshop points. I would love to see some that are unlockable, where 6 kills in one game unlocks XYZ skin, 10 wins in a row or something unlocks ABC skin, what have you. I think it has as a system, it has a lot of possibilities. So I hope they don't just limit it to like, hey, noobs, buy gold and get all these awesome skins. I hope there's a little bit more to it than that. So doing pretty well with my my death button Griffin here. I've kind of learned to just, the center, I'm just going to leave it, let somebody else go in there and get murdered. So just kind of chilling, hanging out, waiting for a target of opportunity, which, unfortunately sometimes, it's kind of boring, but I mean, when you're running all maxed bots, like if you guys don't play all maxed in gold, it's just one wrong step and man, they just chew you alive. You've got no bot left and it was basically, you wasted, 2 minutes, 90 seconds. So there's the aphid patent, little delayed damage here. Unfortunately, what you'll start to notice here is test server started to lag out again. It was a more delayed effect than 2 weeks ago when I ran their last test server that actually worked. But as these games wore on, it's like the thing, their server started to run out of memory or something, and they got really laggy. So there was some damage lag there where I thought I jumped past most of that guy's aphids, but come to find out, like I actually, ate like a face full of them. And you can start to see it, I believe, in this game here. It starts to get really laggy. I don't know why they're doing that. I'm not really sure, It doesn't seem like they addressed it. I don't know what last week's was like because I don't think Android got the test server. I think it was only it only worked on iOS. Android was getting like some kind of like check your internet connection error or something, except, it was on their end and not ours. So, not really sure what paint scheme this is. I cannot remember for the life of me. This is either like Blue Hex or it's like that skull one. So on this game was kind of a little intense here, and I was just kind of focused on like, dealing damage. And again, you can see this like Plasma Griffin. He's got range, he's got mobility. You've got this ability. It's the skull one that I like. To kind of get on the other side of this guy. And, on live server, this dude would have been gone already. But the damn thing, I don't know how much it comes through in the video, but it was so laggy. It's one of those where, like, you go to shoot at the dude, but he's moved. And then you, like, reacquire him, but yet he's moved again because it's kind of like skipping. This is that camo skin, which I think looks pretty fabulous, especially kitted out with the Punishers. You can see I start to put a ton of hate on this guy. The other cool thing about Punishers, and I don't know if you guys ever noticed this either, there's a slight advantage to running them because when you eat a face full of them, you see all that like white haze. There's like the little smoke trails and whatnot, the effects from like the bullets, like the FX kind of thing. And then you see all that like smoke and spray coming off that dude. It can kind of actually obscure the guy's vision. So that's kind of another little added benefit. Especially once these things hit live with the ballistic improvements, is that you end up eating a face full of this stuff. Not unlike when you take like a Rocket Storm, the Death Button Rhino or what have you to the face, it kicks up so much crap that you actually kind of have a hard time seeing. So a little bit of a, battlefield edge there. We're all about getting an edge, and if you get enough of them, they add up and you end up winning. So in this game, with some of the guys out there are so damn good at this game, it's absolutely mind-blowing. So I will take any little advantage that I can. Okay, so I think we're going to win this game. I played a few games. I didn't have a whole lot of time. You can see there's a triple Trident, Trident, good lord, Hydra Fujin that I kind of wasn't necessarily recommending in the last video, like, hey, throw that triple Trident Fury, in the trash can and get this triple Hydra Fusion. Not really, just saying that it's pretty decent. It can do things that the Trident Fury cannot do. I'm not sure I don't think it was this match. I think it was when I was playing on live. I got into the center, I believe, in Springfield. And that damn triple Hydra Fusion was like hooking the missiles, like at like a 90-degree angle, it seemed like, around my cover, and just kept taking chunks out of my bot. And no, it's not the avalanche of damage that like that guy right there is going to try to put down on me, I think it's a triple Trident Fury. But, it's enough of a, ball peen hammer to the forehead effect over and over and over. It adds up. And if you are trying to lock down a center beacon or what have you, he very well can knock you out of there eventually. So, but definitely not advocating, for that to like become like a mainstay in your lineup. Just that I know a lot of guys have them, and if you don't have anything else going on, level them up because they're a heck of a lot better than they were. So I think we're actually winning this game. Yeah, we won this game, so that's great. And I don't think. Not one of my better performances, but, we got the win, got to do some testing, got to see all these cool new skins. So I'm just going to take you through them again here, kind of final thoughts. This is a pretty cool one. You got the little skull logos there, almost like a little, the red and yellow, kind of like nature's warning colors. You got some nuclear energy symbols there. That's that cool one. That's kind of almost like straight off of like a Russian bomber, You got camo on top and sky blue underneath. This one I really dig, kind of like a commando, little bit of a multicam pattern. This one with the skull I think is pretty cool. So really, like almost all of these I thought were pretty cool. It was probably just this one here, Clown Suit. I would not rock this on live, but I know a lot of guys out there, they dig the louder the better, and that's cool too, whatever floats your boat. Blue Hex, I was kind of like, whatever, not real crazy about that one. The Shark one I thought was pretty nice. I would probably definitely pick that one up. And again, I hope that's all they've got right here. So it looks like, I don't know, 5 or 6 or 7 of them here. Hopefully they launch with several more ways to earn them and not just pay for them. I would really like to see some achievements, daily tasks, things like that, especially for some really cool ones. And then also too, I really hope that they're not the same pattern just applied to a different robot, because that's going to be terrible too. They should all have their own unique set of skins. So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys didn't get to check this out on Test Center, well, here it is. Thank you for liking and subscribing and watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Can't do any of this without you guys. And as always, next time I will see you at the Center Beacon.